Hello everyone! Before I talk to you all about my latest orthodontist appointment, I wanted to talk about my braces and my palate expander since I last filmed an update. It has been a lot easier eating food with my palate expander. I'm able to eat larger mouthfuls and foods that have a more harder texture. Instead of the basic mashed potatoes, soups, macaroni, I'm able to eat, say for example, pizza or tacos. I usually don't eat tacos unless they're soggy, so I substitute the taco shell with a little taco boat, and they sell those at like Target, Walmart, anywhere. You can pretty much find them, and it's just way more easier to eat food if you don't have a harder shell. I can eat chips, sushi. Not gonna try eating nuts or any ridiculously hard stuff that you're not supposed to eat having braces. So having braces and a palate expander is a big no-no for those specific food groups that they give you when you get your braces. I think maybe I should make a video taking you all around with me, trying to eat different types of foods and showing you all what I usually eat. Since I did show you all me attempting to eat mashed potatoes when I first got my braces in my first braces vlog, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. I also think it's easier to swallow foods and drinks because I know when I first got my palate expander, it was really hard to swallow something as simple as water. I would have to tilt my head back and just wait for it to just slowly sink down my throat, basically. But it has been way more easier swallowing drinks. I don't really notice it anymore. I've gotten so used to having this palate expander in my mouth that I'm completely fine with it. I think once you get used to having a palate expander, you don't really think about it as much. I don't think it inhibits me eating foods or drinking drinks anymore, but when you first get it in your mouth, your tongue is trying to get used to having this big metal contraption in your mouth. And even when you first get braces in general, it's going to take some time to get used to it, and I think I've gotten used to it. I also have to say, when I say that I can eat, say, pizza or my little taco boat or sushi, I tend to use a fork and knife a lot with my braces and palate expander. I don't want to bite into it and potentially knock off any brackets, and it just feels uncomfortable biting into foods in general having braces in. I know I had a burrito a couple weeks ago, my first time having a burrito since I got my palate expander, and I bit into it and it went okay, it was fine, but I prefer to use my fork and knife method. It's just easier and I just feel more comfortable eating food that way. Lastly, my speaking has gotten better, or at least I hope it did. I feel like I talk way better now and I've gotten so used to it, like I keep saying, but I can communicate clearly with people now. I know certain words I still can't say, just typical of having metal stuff in your mouth, but I am good to talk and have conversations, and I don't feel self-conscious about my speaking anymore. It's all good. Now let's talk about my latest visit to the orthodontist, which was a couple weeks ago. Usually I film a video right after I go to the orthodontist, but this time I was not able to at all. That last visit was extremely painful and my mouth was really sore. My teeth were really tender and I was just in pain for the first maybe week and a half. And my teeth are still sore since my visit, but I feel able to give this vlog. I wasn't able to eat or drink. I went back to my mashed potato, macaroni and cheese diet, my smoothies, my soups. It was just really uncomfortable and really painful. I'm still trying to get used to it while my tongue is trying to get used to it with all that new stuff added to my mouth. But let's talk about what happened. Okay, so I got back to having rubber bands, but before I got the rubber bands back, my orthodontist added 2 more rings to my mouth. Okay, so my wisdom teeth are not erupted yet, and they are in my jawbone, and so the molars before my wisdom teeth, they are only partially erupted from my gum, and he needed to put rings on those teeth so that he would be able to fix my crossbite, because he said that was the only way for him to do so. And he wanted to wait a few weeks and see if my molars would erupt which comes to my latest appointment that I went to, and he noticed that they didn't really, you know, show through more or grow out. And so the only thing he could do was put rings on my partially erupted molars. And when I say partially erupted, there's only about a little bit. This one is more, no, this one is more erupted, I guess you can say. Like maybe it's halfway. This one is barely, it's maybe, it's less than halfway for this one. And so when he put the ring on, it's painful in general putting rings on your teeth, on your fully erupted molars, fully grown molars, because you're shoving metal around your tooth and just pushing it, shoving it against the gum line. But with these partially erupted molars, it was so painful because he had to shove the metal ring right into my gum so that it could be locked in, because it would not fit around the molars. So they had to test different ring sizes in my teeth, and it was just a painful experience, just pushing it in. My gum started getting really raw, both of them. I started bleeding, and it got to the point where I started tearing up and crying a little bit, which is why I didn't film that visit I went to, because I was just in so much pain. I didn't want to cry on camera. And he had asked if I wanted to even keep the rings on. And I said, well, do I need to have them? And he said, yeah, that's the only way for you to fix your crossbite. And what are you gonna do? I don't want to prolong my time with braces or my palate expander, so I just went for it. And so now I have 2 rings that are really painful. My gum around the area is red and inflamed. It was really swollen those first few days. And I even got like a cold sore randomly on my gum behind the ring, and it's just been really irritated. And so putting those new rings and putting new wires in my teeth have made my teeth really, really sore, to the point where I can't eat. Another thing, after he put the rings on, he put the rubber bands in. So he gave me 2 rubber bands. He connected the back ring to the newest added ring, the one that's really, really painful and just shoved in my gum. And he connected those 2 together with a rubber band, because that's the way you fix the crossbite. And then he gave me my old rubber band that I used to have, the one that went kind of sideways. I'll show you a close-up right now. And so the back one is fixing the crossbite, while the one towards the front is fixing the overbite that I have. So they're both working simultaneously. That has been really painful. My jaw is really tight and it's just really sore. It's really hard to put on because he had to open that little hook that they have on the ring outside right here. I need to show you one, but I'm going to explain it first before I show you a close-up. But he had to open the back ring, the little hook, so that the rubber band could get on it. But the thing is, those hooks are really pointy, because every time I talk, even right now, my tongue is stabbing against the hook. And so first few days my tongue was completely raw. I had to work, and I worked for like 8 hours, and it involves a lot of customer service and talking to the customers, and my tongue was so raw halfway through the day. It hurts to talk so bad. It even hurts right now to talk because it's just rubbing in that same swollen point. And the bottom hook is hooked outward, so it's rubbing against my cheek, and that has been bleeding, and it hasn't stopped since I've got my new rings, and it's just painful. And then my other ones, those are pretty normal. It's connected from my palate expander down to one of the rings at the bottom, and that one's fine. An update on my palate expander: he didn't give me a clear date as to when he's going to remove it, but I assume he's going to keep it there until my teeth are lined up, since the rubber band is connected to the palate expander. And so hopefully it works out, goes well. I'm fine with high palate expander. Like I've told you, I've gotten so used to it. It's fine. Just keep it in my mouth as long as possible to fix these teeth. I just want to get these braces off on the target date, and I hope it goes well. Now I'm going to show you the close-up of my teeth. Okay, so these are my braces. Looks like normal braces, right? And then over here is where all that mess is. Okay. 2 rubber bands in right now, and so here it goes. So you can't really see the back one. It's really back there. The palate expander still looks the same. And nothing going on this side. And so when I bite, my teeth don't meet. Overbite. When I bite down in general, these teeth are over my bottom teeth and these teeth are pushed inside my teeth. That's what's going on right now. It's fine. Like, it doesn't hurt right now. I know I have a cut on my tongue somewhere. So painful. In total, I think I have around 4. I don't know how many rings I have now. Let's feel though. I think I have 8 in total. 4 up there, 4 down here. I think. Hopefully. I know how to count. I know how many molars are in the human mouth. I think I have 8. And I'm still waiting to pull out my wisdom teeth. I will see you all for my next update. Because my appointment is literally 1 month from now. In August. And I will tell you all what he decides to do next. It's always interesting watching him try to figure out how to work my mouth. Because he's always... It takes him some time to look through it. Because the whole crossbite, overbite stuff. My molars haven't erupted yet. Like, they haven't matured yet. It's just... My mouth is weird. And I think my younger brother pretty much has the same issues. We just have small jaws in general, so... I don't know. I'm not orthodontist, but I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I will see you all next time. Bye!